What is going on? We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation doing what they need to do to survive. Man, it's your boy Warren G, and the place B been clown sucker free since 2003. That's for the homegirl Shawnee, straight out of Philly. And no, I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but I had to go old school, Shawnee, Erica. You already know what it is, but roll call. So we about to do this roll call real quick. Shout out to everybody out there in Arizona. The homegirls, Miss Tanya, Latanya, shout out to them. Shout out to the homegirl, Miss Latanya, doing what she needs to do to survive at the Core Plantation. So shout out to her. Shout out to everybody in Las Vegas, Nevada, all my siblings, homegirls. Homegirl, Jerica, shout out to her. All the way in Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to all my siblings out there handling business. Hey, man, you already know what it is. Shit. They probably like, man, shit, we out here working. We ain't got time for that shit. Shout out to the homegirl, Shawnee. Philly is definitely in the building. Erica, Florida is definitely in the building, aka Florida. Shout out to my OGs. James Youngblood, Texas is in the building. And my other OG, Dave from No Compromise, definitely is in the building. So shout out to him. Much love and respect to him. Man, y'all know I hate talking about these things, man. But we got to speak about it. Racism and violence. We're going to talk about our young sister, Takaya Young. I don't know if you guys been following this story, but this sister was basically executed in her car. And we got the audio of what happened. But we're going to go ahead and play some stuff. So get ready. This is going to be a quick one, but it is going to be one that y'all know Warren is going to talk about. And also, but not least, shout out to the homegirl, Melina, all the way from North Carolina, a.k.a. North Kakalaka. I can't forget my sis. So let's get it. Hey. Man. Okay, here. Let's go. Let's see. We're going to try to see what we can get. All right, let's see what news we can get first. Let's see what CNN is talking about. Okay, let's see what CNN is talking about. And before we get started, I just want to let y'all know, it's so funny how everybody wants to talk. Look, I'm not trying to be talking about fuck the Lakers, fuck LeBron. Look, there's an attack on foundational black Americans. I ain't got time to be watching no damn basketball. Basketball is boring anyway. That's what's so funny. Get to killing a whole bunch of white people and see how many white people go to these sports. Just keep killing a whole bunch of white people and then think they gonna still be want to have a conversation with you about some sports. I'm talking about the majority of white people gonna get on cold. That's the difference between them and all these other immigrant racial groups and foundational black Americans. We're starting to get on cold. Some people will call us Hotep niggas and all that. No, bro, I don't have time for that. Y'all see me talking about the interest rates on the homes. You know why? People that don't want to buy a home, they don't care. Well, good for you. But for the people that I know that are in my family and friends and people that I know, yeah, I'm worried about the interest rates because I want everybody to have a home. If you're a foundational black American, you deserve a home. I don't care where you've been working at. I don't want to hear none of that sucker shit. I don't give a fuck if you've been delivering newspapers for a living. You deserve a home. And that is affecting us in our neighborhoods. And these senseless killings are affecting us. So I don't have time to be worried about LeBron James or this person and all this other shit. I'll tell you this. I'll worry about LeBron James when LeBron James start worried about foundational black Americans and stop playing those corporatocracy games that he's playing in the NBA. And he knows what he's doing. Stop it, LeBron. You know what you're doing. And I don't take nothing away from him, but we don't have the time. We're not allotted that time to be worried about shit that don't matter. See, we got to get out of this. Well, it ain't my family. Yeah, it is. What did MLK say? What doesn't affect you directly? Indirectly, it's going to affect you. So don't just have this mentality like, damn, such got killed. Oh, well, but hey, man, you see the late game? Man, hey, you see such. I can't get into that no more. I don't even care. I don't even care. You know why? These people are getting paid millions of dollars and I'm broke. And my people are suffering. So no. And I don't want to work until I'm 70 years goddamn old. And I can't pay attention to that so that can pass the time. Get you some business. Get you some. Here we go. Sorry, I just have to get that off my chest. I get tired of hearing that shit. Here y'all go. Let's see what they talk about.
We have some footage just into CNN that we want to share with you. Body cam video investigators in Ohio have released showing the moment an officer fatally shot a pregnant woman that was accused of shoplifting. CNN's Miguel Marquez has been following this story, and he joins us now. Miguel, of course, we have to warn our viewers that this video is
pregnant. So let me say it again. So let's just take all these black folk, these foundational black Americans that's being killed. Let's go get a whole bunch of dominant society people, take a towel and just watch them get killed over and over and over and over and over and over. This is after slavery. This is after antebellum. Do you think that dominant society would want to be talking about a goddamn Laker game? No, they would not. They would be like, hey, man, we need to figure out how shit is going to be recouped back to our community and why we need to stop these senseless killings. But with us, we more worried about the Olympics. Man, fuck the goddamn Olympics. They just told y'all they don't give a fuck about you niggas in the Olympics. Jordan Childs, oh, shit, you won the bronze? No, bitch, you didn't win shit. So up that shit. Give it up and leave your cares behind. Because, nigga, we make the rules over here. And your own country don't even treat you well. So we don't give a fuck about treating you well. You know why? Because we're not demanding of the standards that we're supposed to have, but then we want to go to other countries. That's why they so good with telling me, man, we need to go back to Africa. I ain't going back no fucking where. I'm born and raised in this goddamn country. My ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears at this country. This is ancestral, foundational black American grounds that we're on. So, no, I'm not leaving. This is where we draw our power from. Why would I want to leave? Why would I want to leave when my family built the country? So when it comes to things like this, I just get to the point where I be like, man, we got to wake up. Man, fuck these basketball games and football games and all that shit don't matter when motherfuckers get killed in the street. This was a senseless act.
It is graphic. It is also just unfortunate in the extreme. Just a really tragic incident. This is in Blendon Township, Ohio.
And they're not talking nothing about them race soldiers that killed Takaya Young. They're not talking about them. But they're talking about it's tragic. No, it should be tragic for them. Yeah, this should be tragic. This is how it's supposed to go. This is going to be really tragic because two people are going to potentially lose their lives because Takaya Young was a senseless murder, and now this police is going to be facing the death penalty. I guarantee you. You think race soldiers will be going around killing niggas? If they put into law a hate crime and it is punishable by death, what do you think these race soldiers will be doing? They be like, man, I ain't shooting nobody, especially not no black motherfucker. I'm not trying to face the death penalty. Fuck that. But you're not holding them accountable.
In the northeast suburbs of Columbus, it happened August.
And one more thing. I'm willing to vote for whoever's going to hold these race soldiers accountable since motherfuckers want to tell us what we're supposed to be voting for. Where the Democratic Party at? How come we not talking about Takaya Young? Where's Kamala at? You black, right? You said you was black woman. You identify as black. Well, Sonya Massey got killed, and we have Takaya Young who got killed, and I don't see nothing about the Democratic Party. Where you at? Where you be at?
24th, 21-year-old Takaya Young was coming out of the Kroger. She was accused by somebody that worked at the store of shoplifting. Two officers happened to be in the parking lot.
Shoplifting. Not committing a violent crime, not robbing a bank, shoplifting. So the police around here protecting and serving over shoplifting? Man, get the fuck out of here.
Day at that time, trying to help somebody get into their car that they had locked their keys into. Officer 2 approaches the side of the car. Officer 1 comes around the front. We want to show you a bit of this video.
Out of the car.
7 back in service, 1828.
Get out of the car. Then get out. No, then get out.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the
So the officer 2, who is at the side of the car, asks about 10 times for her to get out of the...
It don't matter if he asked her 30 times. Call your superior officer out there. Call the superior officer. You don't make that call and just start shooting in the damn car. You could have just let her drive off. You're not robbing a bank. You're not killing anybody. But here we are sitting up here talking about shoplifting. It reminds me of Iverson. Practice. Not the game I love, but practice. Shoplifting. She's not robbing a jewelry store. She's not kidnapping any babies. She's not kidnapping any kids. She's not doing no type of violent crime, but y'all want to shoot in the car for shot. You wanted to shoot her. You wanted to shoot her. Very negligent. And she was pregnant. So now you done killed an unborn baby. You should be facing the death penalty.
Car that she's been accused of shoplifting. She refuses. You see her turning away. Officer 1 comes in front of the car. She turns the wheel away and starts to drive away. And as she does, Officer 1 fires a single shot into the windshield of that car, hitting her. She later died of her injuries. The baby that she was carrying that was due in November, that child did not make it either.
Wow.
This is all under investigation.
But you want to tell me about voting for a motherfucker? I wish a motherfucker would tell me to vote. I would start with Trayvon Martin. I'd start with Oscar Grant. And then I would work my way right away up to her. You got Oscar Grant. You have Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile. Need I go more? Do we need to go more? Philando Castile. Then we got Sonia Massey. Then you got Sandra Bland. Who else? Anywhere else? Y'all just tell, these just the ones at the top of the dome. Then we got Sandra Bland. Then we got George Floyd. Who else? Then they would say, oh, he was high. I see a whole bunch of white high motherfuckers on cops. I don't see them cops shooting they motherfucking asses. But you can't wait to pull the trigger on a nigga. Stop with the bullshit. And all you other racial groups that's now, David from No Compromise, James Youngblood, when you listen to this, I know y'all probably gonna leave a comment. Where the fuck is Fat Joe and Derek Colon at now? The co-creators of hip hop. Because hip hop was created out of struggle. That's soul music. That's our struggle. This is a part of hip hop. Us being killed. You never heard of Public Enemy? So why is it y'all want to benefit, y'all want to reap the benefits that are positive? So this is what it is. People want all the reward with no risk when it comes to our culture. Everybody wants all the reward. Everybody wants to partake in the reward and all this bullshit. The b-boy dancing was in the Olympics, so they had a whole bunch of dumbass dominant society people from all over the world pretending like they knew how to fucking dance. What kind of sucker shit is that? So they can get sponsorship and money and shit. But back here in the United States of America, where that culture was created by foundational black Americans, we're getting killed with impunity. But where are the fucking Puerto Ricans at? Where are y'all? Since y'all co-created it, y'all would have the same feeling that we would have every time we see somebody. That's why you had groups like Public Enemy. What do you think they were talking about? Who do you think they had in their speeches? They had the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talking because they were talking about what was being done to us in the streets. That's a part of hip hop. Where are the Puerto Ricans at? I'll wait.
Ohio's Bureau of Criminal Investigation right now. Officer 2, the individual who was at the side of that car asking her to get out of the car, has been returned to duty, and Officer 1, who fired the fatal shot, is still under investigation. Back to you.
And quickly, Miguel, Young's family says that she is innocent and that she deserves accountability.
They do, and that is under investigation, and they want this officer charged as quickly as possible.
Miguel Marquez.
Yeah, I would want him charged as quickly as possible, too. The hell? What kind of shit is that? You don't just shoot to nobody's car like that. What kind of shit is that? That's what I said. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see what else we can find. Let's see what else. Let's see what else if we can. Okay, let's go. Let's see what the attorney says. I don't want y'all to hear this. Fuck all that. I want people to hear this. Oh, let's see. Yeah, he looked like a Proud Boy. Here, let's see. Let's see.
and I just wanted to see some justice served. I wanted just to see Connor Grubb pay for what he did.
Now at 5, the family of a woman shot and killed by police continue to call for justice. Today, a grand...
And this was a beautiful sister, too. 21 years old. She was bonding a motherfucker, too. Shit. Beautiful. God damn, I might need to go to Ohio. Because, man, she's just a beautiful... you could tell she probably had a beautiful personality. And you know what? I guarantee you she didn't want to open the door, open the window, because she knew they was going to manhandle her. So that's why she was probably afraid and didn't want to open the door. I would be afraid, too, if the police... man, it's the police. Black folk have not been socialized to be like, yeah, just open the door, they'll kill you. So that's why she thought she was protecting herself.
Jury indicted Blendon Township police officer Connor Grubb in the death of Takaya Young. Officers tried to stop the pregnant 21-year-old while she was in her car last August. Kroger employees told officers that she stole several bottles of alcohol. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Andrew Kinsey.
And I'm Yolanda.
It's petty crime. You don't kill nobody. He wanted to kill her. That's what that was. Oh, he white too? Oh, he wanted to kill her. That's fact.
Harris. Now, this is a story we've been following since the day it happened. Tonight, 10 TV's Kevin Landers is live from that Kroger. And Kevin, you talked to the family today after the news of this indictment came down. What did they have to say about it?
And I remember when this came out. I don't know if it was a year ago. I don't know if I did a podcast about it, but I remember when he killed her. I remember that. I just remember it. Man, I don't know who put that on social media. I got to go back and look. I could have swore I retweeted it. I could have swore. I remember this. I don't remember her name, but I remember that she had a baby. And I didn't know if the baby was in the car like Philando Castile or she was pregnant at the time. Because I remember I just retweeted. Somebody put it on Twitter.
Well, Takaya Young's grandmother says she wants more than a conviction in this case. She wants to see reform in terms of the way police use deadly force, which is what happened in this parking lot behind me. In their mind, people who shoplift should not end up with a death sentence.
Man.
I want him to see my eyes,
man,
see my heart, and see what I feel, and see if he even got a heart.
Man.
The grieving grandmother says she looks forward to the day when she can look into the eyes of Blendon Township police officer Connor Grubb as he stands trial for her granddaughter's death.
Then get out.
A grand jury says Officer Grubb committed murder when he shot Young in August of last year. Ultimately, a jury will decide at trial if that's
he going to prison. He can forget that shit.
True.
So he might as well go ahead and get his little skull and bone. You know, that's what the racist white cops get. They get the little skull and bone. You know, people don't understand it. That's a rite of passage when you kill a black person. People don't understand that. That's how racism and white supremacy, you get your little feather in your cap. So he gonna, them police officers in that prison, they gonna treat him real good. He just gonna have to be worried about the black folk when he get in there.
Young was 6 months pregnant at the time of her death. The grand jury also charged the officer with the murder of her unborn child. Before the shooting, a Kroger employee flagged down 2 officers in the parking lot who were there on an unrelated matter about multiple people fleeing from the store with stolen items. One of them was Young. Young was in a vehicle when the officers told her to get out, but refused.
And that motherfucker who called the police, see how they, man, I remember this shit. Because the only reason why I kind of remember this shit, I just don't remember if the baby was alive or if she was in the seat, because it reminded me of the Philando Castile. But the only reason why is because somebody fucking called. I was like, damn, this story sound hella familiar. But and what have I always said about that? Y'all better be mindful. You other racial communities just want to be calling the police on people. You better be mindful calling police. You are committing murder when you call police on a black person and you don't know what's going on. If multiple people were in that store stealing and you called, but then they said that the police was there on an unrelated event. So what was they there for? Somebody called and pointed her out and told. That's all that shit was. She could have just been in there laughing. She could have just been in the right place at the right time. We don't know. Show the footage. And even if she was stealing alcohol, who gives a flying fuck? It's fucking alcohol. Each store has insurance. They write that shit off for taxes. Who gives a fuck, man? Why you think Nike is just letting people walk in stores and walk out with it? They got insurance on all that shit. They write that off on taxes. That's helping them. Man.
One of the officers was standing in front of the vehicle when Young put the car in gear and accelerated toward him. The officer fired his weapon through the windshield, striking Young.
And she said, "Are you going to shoot me?" And she cruised real slow in that car, turned to the right, away from him, and then he still jumped in front of the car
and shot her.
Jumped on the car and shot her.
A car can be used as a deadly weapon, and police guidelines say they may use only the force that is objectively reasonable to effectively gain control of an incident.
There are scenarios where a car can...
Yeah, but she didn't speed off, and she was not trying to hit him. So stop. And he should have jumped in front of the car. He should have just called for backup, and they should have tailed her home. And then when she got out the car, they should have took her to the fucking police station. And they should have called a woman.
A deadly weapon. Absolutely. This was not one of those scenarios.
The grand jury agreed, charging Officer Grubb with 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of felony
assault. Oh, you going to jail,
and
nigga.
2 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
I wanted to see Connor Grubb pay for what he did.
Now, this indictment brings the total number of members of the Fraternal Order of Police charged with murder to 4.
Fraternal Order of Police, you better remember that. The biggest gang in the United States of America, right up under the NSA, the CIA, and the FBI. And you already know how many times I done talked to y'all about. You want to know about the FBI? Go read The Burglary. Go read that book called The Burglary. J. Edgar Hoover's Secret FBI. It's about 800 pages. It's the book of Eli, but it's one of the most profound books you will ever read. You want to know what else about our secret government? Go read William Cooper's Behold the Pale Horse. See, I remember in the beginning of my podcast, I would always do that. I got to get back to that, talking about books that I'm reading and stuff like that, man. But yeah, go read those 2 books if you want to know about our lovely government. And J. Edgar Hoover, how you going to be the director of the FBI for 40 years? 40 years. And he didn't like niggas, but he was a cross-dresser, and he was one. He had some black blood in him, what has been said, but what I don't get about it is, why would our government that cares so much about black folk, foundational black Americans, which we know they don't, why would you let him be the governor? Why would you let him be the governor over such a high-powered law enforcement group? Why would you allow him to do that? And I'm tired of Robert F. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy. They knew what the fuck J. Edgar Hoover was doing. They knew what he was doing to black people. Do you think they gave a fuck? No, they didn't give a fuck until it involved they punk asses. So I don't want to hear shit from Robert F. Kennedy. I don't want to hear shit from none of them damn Kennedys at all.
Grubb face a judge tomorrow morning. Reporting live off Sunbury Road, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Well, the Blendon Township Police Chief released a statement after the indictment. He said, in part, importantly, no one at Blendon Township has passed any judgment on whether Officer Grubb acted within the law.
But that don't have nothing to do with what he did, though. That doesn't have nothing to do with it. We talking about what he did. We're not talking about no judgment. We talking about what the fuck he did.
However, since people who've been indicted may not legally possess a firearm, the indictment against him leaves us with no choice but to begin the disciplinary process.
Uh-huh. Let's cut the damn music back on. I just thought I would let y'all hear that. Why motherfuckers want to be, why everybody want to be concerned. Man, what the hell? But why motherfuckers want to be concerned about everything else? Why don't you be concerned about niggas getting killed in the street? R.I.P. to Takaya Young's family. May the ancestors seek absolution on your behalf, young sister. That's all I can say. May the ancestors, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep saying it. May the ancestors of Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Nat Turner, Booker T. Washington, who else? All the Una Judge, Henrietta Lacks, all the just everyone, every ancestor. I'm saying this right now on this podcast, and words are powerful. May the ancestors seek absolution for what was done to that young woman. You killed an unborn foundational black American child. How could you do that? So may the ancestors take will and take the way. Because when they make the way, when the ancestors get to speaking, you already know what happens. That's why they want to, in my personal opinion, that's why they want to fuck up the damn food and put all the shit in the food and shit. They've realized, oh shit, crack cocaine ain't killing these niggas. All it does is bond with the DNA, but motherfuckers be on crack cocaine for 40 years and still be alive. Shit. Okay, well, let's put it in the food. Damn, the food ain't killing these motherfuckers. God damn. Well, let's just start killing them. Let's just start shooting them. Fuck it. We can't give them slow death, so we'll just give them an early death. So I'll say it again. And I want y'all to play it for wherever y'all know. May the ancestors on this ancestral ground of foundational Black Americans who built this country for free without repayment seek absolution. And they will. Trust me, they will. You think if y'all think these CEOs and the dominant society playing all these games with foundational Black Americans, if you don't think the ancestors will seek absolution, y'all must be out of y'all damn mind. Just look at what's going on now. So you can make the prices high and make crime high and play all these manipulative games with the interest rates where Black folk can't get past go and collect $200. You can go ahead and keep doing that. But eventually, the ancestors will seek absolution. And when they do, you're going to be dealing with people like John Horse, Benjamin Banneker, Henrietta Woods, a woman who was captive into slavery and escaped slavery and then sought restitution. So you need to go read those books. Una Judge, another one, Never Caught. May the ancestors that was in slavery by another name or in the matter of color, may those ancestors that are in those books who built the railroads and chain gangs and built the prisons and all that, they will seek absolution. Trust me, that shit is real. And if you think you're gonna be able to just fuck people over and just kill people with impunity, you better be worried. You better be worried about the ancestors seeking absolution, because they will. They will. When they do, ain't no stopping them. Everybody, you better wake up. Stop focusing on what trade is gonna be made for football, what trade is gonna be made for basketball. These people got money. If you working at the corporate plantation like Warren, I don't want to hear you talk about no goddamn what trade a motherfucker gonna make and how much his contract is. You need to replace the system of racism and white supremacy and establish a system of justice, making sure the racial group that needs the most constructive help receives what? The most constructive help. Shout out to Dr. Clyde Anderson. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.